And what I had forgotten at that time is that when you ask God and the universe for something that big, the universe will test you to see if you're ready to receive it. Hey, it's Patty, and welcome back to Patty's Path, where you join me on my path towards enlightenment through spirituality, self-development, sacred sisterhood, surfing, and traveling. So I haven't done a sit-down video in a while, but I've been meaning to tackle something that has been very evident in my life, and that is leveling up and being tested when you're about to. So I'm gonna start this off with a little personal story of mine, and it starts right after my last situationship ended. During that time, I kind of had an awakening wherein I wanted to pour 100% of my energy back to me, meaning with my self-care, my career, my friendships, and my family. I was really going all out with that self-development and hustling lifestyle, and I just felt like I was doing good. Great, even. I was booking modeling gigs, I was consistently posting content online, I was going out with my girls, and I was just doing a lot. But a part of me felt like I still wanted more, like I was ready for a level up. And after going through a sad ending with that situationship, I know I really managed to turn my whole life around, but I wanted to level up more specifically in terms of my health, wealth, and happiness. And I have more specific manifestations under those three pillars, but I just wanted to be the epitome of physical and mental health, to gain more money for financial freedom, and just be happy in all my friendships and relationships. So if you look at it, it was a big manifestation that I was asking from God or the universe. I started manifesting this around September of last year and kept asking God and the universe for it. And what I had forgotten at that time is that when you ask God and the universe for something that big, the universe will test you to see if you're ready to receive it. And so I was really tested, like really tested. Come December of last year, I was at the peak of my career and life in general. I was going a lot, getting a lot of opportunities. I was traveling more, and I managed to have 2 jobs alongside my small business. I thought I was doing good, but it came to a point wherein I wasn't really taking care of myself anymore. Little did I know, I was unconsciously doing a lot to prove to myself and to others that I'm doing better now that I'm not tied to anyone. And a lot of girls do this when they're in their single year, like, hey, look at me, I'm doing all these things. So I know some of you can relate to that. But then anyway, so one day after a draining and low-key depressing meeting with that part-time job, I cried. And that sadness lingered, which made me make choices later on that affected my mental health and ended up giving me panic attacks. So, panic attacks. I'm not the type of person to be so anxious, let alone experience panic attacks. But given my mental state at that time and the choices I made regarding my mental health and health in general, I started to experience them, and it was hard. It felt like a slap from the universe, and it forced me to slow down, reevaluate the things on my plate, and how I was doing life up to that point. And it even came to a point wherein I couldn't step out of my door because my heart would start palpitating and racing, and I'd feel like I was dying.
I was hoping that it wouldn't be a full-blown panic attack, but yesterday was just the worst I've ever had. It's just like so fucking scary and embarrassing, and I just felt so incapable, so stupid, and so parang not capable basically of doing anything. It's just heavy. Part of me feels so disconnected from the Patty that I've come to know.
So I caved in and I went into hibernation mode. During that hibernation mode, which turned out to be a dark night of the soul episode, I really had to put my trust in the universe and God with the new version of me that was arising from within. But I really was confused. Like, I was asking myself, was this new version of me more anxious, less capable, and neurotic? But throughout it all, I prayed and I talked to the universe and focused on regrounding myself. I did it. I did it. I did an errand without having a panic attack. Okay. You're doing good, Patty. You will look back at this video and smile at the progress you've made. I love you, girl. You're doing so well. And through that process of regrounding, I found myself to be more calm, like truly come from a place of peace and not trying to show that off to others. And from that stillness and calm was where I started to reorganize my entire life in terms of how I want to approach my health, wealth, and happiness. And so now we are at May, 5 months after the panic attack started, and I have definitely changed as a whole new person, and I have gained more health, wealth, and happiness. So I've cut out alcohol, or I don't drink excessively anymore. I work out and run more nowadays. I don't really date around, especially with undeserving men. I allot more time with my true friends and my family. I've started to attract more people, friends with the same mindset. Traveling has been a main pillar of my life. I've gained more wealth since I've picked up some new habits regarding my finances, and I've had more hobbies that have helped me become a better woman. So as you can see, the trajectory of my health, wealth, and happiness definitely skyrocketed, which looking back was the big manifestation that I had been asking God and the universe for. So the realization is that maybe the reason why I was given these panic attacks, the isolation period, and the trials that came with it was so that I could be prepared and reborn into this version of myself that was ready to receive this big blessing and is still continuing to receive those blessings. I'm also reminded of this quote that goes something like, "A door will not open when you're not the version that's ready to step in." And that was really evident in my life. Maybe when I was asking for the health, the wealth, and the happiness at the beginning, I wasn't ready to receive it yet because there were some parts of me that I needed to change for me to start embodying that manifestation. So it warms my heart to be where I am now. I'm not fully recovered with the panic attacks and the anxiety, but I've definitely come a long way. So for you watching, here are some reminders that could help you when you're going through it. So the first one is to know that when you are being tested, know that it is for your greater good. Maybe the reason why you're being tested is because the plot has you being victorious in the end. Number two is every time fear shows up, do not be afraid and think of it as an opportunity to be brave. So for me personally, whenever I go out and I feel like my heart is palpitating and I feel a panic attack coming, I think to myself, don't succumb to it. Think of this as an opportunity to show up and be brave, Patty. So that's an example. Third is to know that every season, both the highs and the lows are temporary and they will pass. Remember that you will not suffer forever and the good times don't always last. So what's important is you take in the lessons from every season. And the fourth and the last is to have faith in yourself and know that you are being guided by God and the universe at all times. Say to yourself, as I do to me, I am divinely guided and protected by God and the universe. And now we have reached the end. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has helped you in some way. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!